Number 20. The Philippines, an archipelago of 7,641 islands. The Philippines is not just one piece of land. It is a nation made up of 7,641 islands spread across the Pacific Ocean, which makes it one of the largest archipelagos in the world. And every single island has its own unique beauty, culture, and history. These islands are divided into three main regions. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Luzon is the biggest island, and it is where the capital city Manila is located. It is the center of politics, business, and education. But beyond the busy city life, Luzon also has amazing landscapes, like tall mountains, active volcanoes such as Mount Mayon, and vast rice terraces that show the creativity of ancient Filipinos. The Visayas region is right in the middle of the country, and it is known for its crystal-clear waters, white sand beaches, and world-famous dive spots. Places like Cebu and Boracay have become dream destinations for travelers from around the world. The islands in the Visayas are also alive with festivals, dances, and music that make every visit colorful and joyful. Then we have Mindanao in the south, which is rich with forests, mountains, waterfalls, and different cultural traditions that reflect the deep history of the people living there. Mindanao is sometimes called the Land of Promise because of its natural resources and endless beauty. When you put all of this together, the Philippines becomes a true paradise for travelers, adventurers, and nature lovers. People come to hop from one island to another to experience coral reefs, ancient caves, tropical forests, and modern cities all in one journey. And this incredible mix of land, sea, and culture is what makes the Philippines stand out as one of the most fascinating countries in the world. Number 19. Location and geography. Heart of Southeast Asia. The Philippines holds a very special place on the map because it sits right in the heart of Southeast Asia, surrounded by the vast Pacific Ocean and the South China Sea. This unique location has shaped the history, culture, and lifestyle of the Filipino people. For centuries, the country is like a bridge that connects East Asia to the rest of the Pacific, which is why it has always been an important center for trade, travel, and cultural exchange. The islands stretch across more than 1,800 kilometers from north to south, making the Philippines not just large in size, but also rich in natural diversity. Its tropical position means warm weather most of the year, with two main seasons, wet and dry. This climate allows lush forests, colorful coral reefs, and fertile farmland to thrive. At the same time, the geography of the Philippines is a mix of everything, from tall mountains and rolling hills to wide plains and thousands of miles of coastline where millions of people live and work. It is a land where one can find active volcanoes that show the raw power of nature, along with peaceful beaches that attract travelers from around the globe. Being located in such a strategic part of Asia, the Philippines has also become a gateway for ideas, traditions, and influences from other cultures, yet it has always kept its own strong identity. When you look at the map, it may seem like a small cluster of islands, but in reality, this location is the reason the Philippines stands as a vibrant heart of Southeast Asia, with a story that is both unique and deeply connected to the world. Number 18. Tropical climate and natural biodiversity. The Philippines is blessed with a tropical climate that brings warm temperatures and sunshine almost all year round. This climate shapes the way of life for millions of people and also supports one of the richest collections of plants and animals found anywhere in the world. The country has two main seasons: the dry season, which is perfect for travel, farming, and outdoor life, and the wet season, which brings heavy rains that keep the soil fertile and the rivers full. This constant cycle of sun and rain helps the land stay green and full of life, from rice fields that feed the nation to coconut trees and fruit farms that give both food and trade. The tropical climate is the reason why agriculture is such a strong part of the Filipino economy. Because of this warm and wet environment, the Philippines is home to an incredible variety of biodiversity. Its forests are filled with rare species of birds, colorful butterflies, and unique animals that cannot be found anywhere else in the world. The seas around the islands are just as rich with coral reefs that are some of the most diverse on the planet. These reefs provide food, shelter, and protection for countless species of fish, turtles, and marine creatures. This natural wealth has made the Philippines a paradise for scientists, divers, and travelers who want to experience nature at its most vibrant. The tropical climate does bring challenges like strong typhoons and floods, but it also gives life to the forests, the farms, and the seas. It is this balance of beauty and power that makes the Philippines such a unique country. The natural biodiversity supported by this climate is not just important for the people who live there, but also for the entire world, as it helps maintain the global environment and gives us all a reminder of how rich and fragile our planet really is. Number 17. The rich history from colonization to independence. The history of the Philippines is a long and colorful journey that has shaped the identity of the nation for thousands of years. Long before foreign powers arrived, the islands were home to thriving communities with their own culture, language, and traditions. Early Filipinos traded with neighboring Asian countries like China and Malaysia. They built strong societies connected by the sea and guided by their own leaders and customs. In the 16th century, Spanish explorers arrived led by Ferdinand Magellan. This marked the beginning of over 300 years of Spanish rule. During this time, the Philippines became deeply influenced by Spanish culture, religion, and governance. Churches, forts, and towns were built. Catholicism became the dominant faith, and many traditions that still exist today started in this period. However, this colonization also came with struggles, as the Filipino people often resisted foreign control and fought to preserve their way of life. By the late 19th century, the desire for freedom grew stronger. Filipino heroes like Jose Rizal and Andres Bonifacio inspired a national movement. Their courage and sacrifices laid the foundation for a revolution against Spanish rule eventually. In 1898, the Philippines declared independence, but the story did not end there soon after the United States took control of the islands following the Spanish-American War. This brought new changes in education, politics, and infrastructure, but it also meant another period of foreign influence. The Filipino spirit of resilience never faded, and after years of effort, the country finally achieved full independence on July 4, 1946. This moment was a turning point, marking the birth of the modern Philippine nation. Today, the history of colonization and independence is remembered not just as a struggle, but as a story of strength and unity. It shows how the Filipino people held on to their identity while adapting to challenges from outside forces, making them stronger and more determined as a nation. Number 16. Population and cultural diversity. The Philippines is home to more than 120 million people, making it one of the most populated countries in the world. But what truly makes the country unique is the incredible diversity found among its people, spread across more than 7,000 islands. The population is not only large, but also deeply varied in culture, language, and traditions. This diversity is what gives the Philippines its colorful identity and vibrant character. There are more than 170 languages spoken across the country, with Filipino and English serving as the official ones, but local languages like Cebuano, Ilocano, Waray, Kapampangan, and many more are still widely spoken. In daily life, each region has its own festivals, dances, food, and traditions that highlight the rich cultural mosaic of the nation. Whether it is the colorful Ati-Atihan Festival in Aklan, the Sinulog in Cebu, or the Pahiyas in Lucban, each celebration is a reflection of the local people and their history. The population is also shaped by a mix of influences throughout history. Centuries of trade with Chinese, Arab, Indian, and Malay merchants brought new ideas, foods, and customs. Later, the Spanish and Americans left their own marks on society, from Catholic traditions to modern education systems. This blending of cultures has created a society that is both deeply Filipino and at the same time open to global influences. Family values remain at the heart of Filipino culture. Respect for elders, hospitality, and a strong sense of community are seen everywhere. People often gather in extended family homes, share meals, and support each other in times of need. Overseas, Filipino workers also play a key role. They send money back to their families and stay closely connected, even from thousands of miles away, showing the strength of family ties. The cultural diversity of the Philippines is not just about differences, it is about unity in variety. Despite the many languages and traditions, Filipinos are bound together by a shared identity and pride in their nation. This is what makes the Philippines a country full of life warmth and endless stories waiting to be discovered. Number 15. Manila, the capital and urban hub. Manila, the bustling capital of the Philippines, stands as the country's beating heart and gateway to the world. It is part of Metro Manila, a collection of cities that together form the nation's largest urban center, home to more than 13 million people. This hub is where tradition meets modern life. On one side, you see high-rise buildings, shopping malls, busy highways, and international businesses. On the other side, you find centuries-old churches, lively street markets, and neighborhoods full of local culture. Manila's history is as rich as its present. Once a key Spanish settlement during colonization, the city still carries reminders of its past. Intramuros, the walled city built by the Spaniards, is one of the clearest examples, with cobblestone streets and centuries-old structures standing tall alongside modern developments. Walking through Intramuros feels like stepping back in time, while just a short distance away, the skyline of Makati and Bonifacio Global City shows the Philippines' fast-growing economy and global connections. But Manila is not only about history and business, it is also the center of culture and lifestyle. The city hosts national museums, world-class universities, and theaters that keep Filipino arts alive. The nightlife is vibrant with music, food, and entertainment filling the streets, from local food stalls serving classic dishes like adobo and halo-halo to luxury restaurants and international cuisines. There is something for every taste in Manila. Despite the challenges of traffic congestion and overpopulation, the spirit of Manila is impossible to miss. The warmth of its people, the constant energy of its streets, and the mix of old and new make it a city that never sleeps. For many, Manila is the starting point of their journey into the Philippines, and it leaves a lasting impression of resilience, progress, and the charm of Filipino life. Number 14. Languages of the Philippines. Filipino and English. The Philippines is one of the most linguistically diverse countries in the world, and at the center of this diversity stand two official languages. Filipino and English. Filipino is based largely on Tagalog, and it serves as the national language connecting people from different regions and islands. English, on the other hand, is widely spoken across schools, businesses, and government, making the Philippines one of the largest English-speaking nations in Asia. This dual language system makes the Philippines unique on the global stage in everyday life. People often switch between Filipino and English with ease, a style of speaking known as Taglish. You might hear a conversation begin in Filipino and then shift smoothly into English, mid-sentence, without anyone even noticing. This ability to move between languages reflects not only skill, but also the cultural openness and adaptability of the Filipino people. The roots of this bilingual culture come from history. Spanish ruled the islands for more than 300 years and left behind many loanwords and influences. But when the Americans came in the early 1900s, English became a central part of education, government, and media. Today, this legacy remains and has even become one of the Philippines' strengths. Many Filipinos work overseas in industries like healthcare, education, and technology, largely because of their strong English skills. At the same time, Filipino remains a symbol of national identity. It unites the country despite its more than 170 regional languages and dialects spoken across different islands, from Cebuano to Ilocano to Waray. This linguistic diversity is part of what makes the culture so rich, but Filipino ensures that people from Mindanao to Luzon to Visayas can still communicate and feel part of one nation. The balance of Filipino and English continues to shape modern Philippine society. It allows the country to stay connected to the global world while staying rooted in its own identity. For visitors, this means it is easy to communicate. For locals, it means they carry both tradition and progress in every word they speak. Number 13. Religion and traditions. Faith at the center, religion plays a central role in the daily lives of Filipinos, and it is one of the strongest influences on their culture and traditions. The Philippines is known as the only predominantly Christian nation in Asia, with more than 80% of the population identifying as Roman Catholic. This faith was introduced during Spanish colonization in the 16th century, and since then, it has become deeply woven into the fabric of society. Across the islands, you will see churches standing at the heart of towns and villages, and Sundays are often reserved for Mass and family gatherings. But beyond Catholicism, the Philippines is also home to other faiths, such as Protestant Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and indigenous beliefs. In Mindanao, for example, large Muslim communities practice their faith with the same devotion, making the country not only religiously rich, but also diverse. Traditions connected to religion shape many aspects of Filipino life. Colorful fiestas are celebrated in almost every town each year, often honoring a patron saint. These festivals are filled with music, dancing, food, and parades that bring whole communities together. Holy Week is another important tradition, when Filipinos reenact the Passion of Christ through processions, prayers, and rituals. Christmas in the Philippines is also one of the longest in the world, beginning as early as September and lasting until January, filling homes with lanterns, music, and family reunions. Faith also influences values like close family ties, respect for elders, hospitality, and resilience. During times of hardship, many Filipinos turn to prayer and community support, finding strength in both spirituality and unity. This combination of religion and tradition does not just guide individual lives. It also helps bind the nation together across its thousands of islands. The Philippines shows how faith and tradition can shape identity and create a sense of belonging. Whether in city streets decorated for fiestas or in quiet rural chapels, the spirit of religion remains at the very center of Filipino culture. Number 12. Festivals and celebrations. Colorful and lively festivals in the Philippines are some of the most colorful and lively in the entire world. They are not just parties or parades. They are an expression of history, culture, faith, and community pride. Every region, town, and even small village has its own unique festival, often rooted in religion or local traditions. These celebrations are times when streets turn into giant stages, filled with music, dance, food, and endless energy. One of the most famous is the Sinulog Festival in Cebu, which honors the Santo Niño, the child Jesus dancers. Wearing bright costumes, move to the beat of drums, trumpets, and native gongs, while crowds cheer and throw colored powders. Another is the Ati-Atihan festival in Aklan, which mixes tribal traditions with Catholic faith. People paint their faces, black wear feathered costumes, and dance for days. The Panagbenga festival in Baguio celebrates the season of blooming with flower floats, covering the streets and filling the air with fresh fragrance. But festivals are not only about religion or nature, they are also about community unity. The Mascara Festival in Bacolod, for example, started as a way to lift people's spirits during hard times. Today it is famous for its smiling masks, colorful parades, and street parties, showing the resilience and joy of Filipinos. What makes these festivals truly special is how everyone participates. Locals prepare costumes, practice dances, cook food, and decorate their houses. Visitors are welcomed like family. It is a time of giving, sharing, and forgetting worries. Music never stops. Food is served everywhere, and the sense of togetherness is unforgettable. Festivals in the Philippines are more than events. They are living traditions. They keep the culture alive, connect the past to the present, and show the world the warmth and joy of the Filipino spirit. With their colors, dances, and smiles, they are a true reflection of a nation that celebrates life with passion. Number 11. Food culture. From adobo to halo. Halo food in the Philippines is more than just something to eat. It is a story of history, culture, and family traditions. Every meal feels like a celebration, and every dish tells a story of the many influences that have shaped the country. Filipino cuisine is a mix of indigenous flavors, blended with Spanish, Chinese, American, and even Middle Eastern touches, which makes it unique and exciting. One of the most loved dishes is adobo. Often called the unofficial national dish, it is made by simmering meat, usually chicken or pork, in vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, and spices. The flavor is rich, tangy, and savory at the same time. Another classic is sinigang, a sour soup usually made with tamarind and vegetables that gives comfort during rainy days. Lechon, the famous roasted pig, is a centerpiece for big celebrations. Its crispy golden skin and juicy meat make it unforgettable. Street food is another treasure of Filipino culture. Skewers of barbecued chicken intestines called isaw fish balls, and kwek-kwek, which are quail eggs coated in orange batter, are favorites among locals. Students, workers, and tourists all gather around small food carts to enjoy these cheap and tasty snacks. And of course, desserts are just as special. The most famous is halo. Halo, a cold sweet mix of shaved ice milk, fruits, beans, jelly, and topped with ice cream. It looks colorful and tastes refreshing, especially in the hot tropical weather. Another sweet treat is bibingka, a rice cake baked in banana leaves, often eaten during Christmas season. Filipino food is not only about taste, but also about togetherness. Families gather around the dining table, share stories, and laugh while enjoying home-cooked meals. Visitors are always welcomed with food because sharing a dish means sharing love and friendship. From adobo to halo-halo, Filipino cuisine shows the creativity, resilience, and warmth of the people. It is a food culture that invites everyone to sit down, eat, and feel at home. Number 10. Music, dance, and Filipino entertainment. Music and dance flow through the daily life of Filipinos. It is a country where rhythm is in the heart, and joy is expressed through performance. From traditional tribal beats to modern pop songs, entertainment is both a way to celebrate culture and to connect with others. Traditional music carries the soul of the islands. Indigenous instruments, like the kulintang, A set of gongs played in melodic patterns and bamboo instruments, such as the tongatong and nose flute, reflect the creativity of early communities. Spanish colonization added guitars and church choirs to the culture, while later American influence introduced jazz blues, and eventually pop and rock dance is just as important. One of the most famous traditional dances is tinikling, where dancers skillfully step between moving bamboo poles with speed and grace. Bayanihan folk dances tell stories of farming, fishing, and courtship, while colorful festival dances like ati-atihan or sinulog combine faith music and movement into a powerful celebration. These dances are not only entertainment, but also history lessons expressed through art. Modern entertainment has grown into a global stage. Filipinos are known for their amazing voices. Singers like Lea Salonga, Arnel Pineda, and international stars from reality shows have brought Filipino talent worldwide. Karaoke is a favorite pastime in every neighborhood. Whether in a small street corner or in a family living room, singing together builds community and brings endless fun. The film and television industry is also strong. Filipino movies explore family love and social issues, while local TV dramas and comedy shows remain a part of everyday life. Variety shows, game shows, and singing competitions keep audiences glued to the screen, making entertainment a national pastime. Filipinos are natural performers, whether on stage, on television, or even at home. Entertainment is more than an escape. It is a reflection of resilience, hope, and happiness. Music, dance, and performance unite people from different walks of life and give them pride in their culture and identity. Number 9. Education and top universities in the Philippines. Education plays a central role in shaping the future of the Philippines. It is seen as a pathway to better opportunities and a way for families to improve their lives. The country follows the K-12 system, which covers kindergarten, 6 years of elementary, 4 years of junior high, and 2 years of senior high school. After this, students can choose to go to universities or technical schools. The Philippines is home to some of the oldest and most respected universities in Asia. The University of Santo Tomas in Manila was founded in 1611 and is considered the oldest existing university in Asia. It is known for its strong programs in medicine, law, and the humanities. The University of the Philippines, often called UP, is the national university. It has campuses across the country and is famous for its research, academic excellence, and vibrant student activism. Another leading school is Ateneo de Manila University, a Jesuit institution known for business, liberal arts, and political science. De La Salle University is also highly respected, especially in engineering and education. Education here is not only about academics, it is also about building character, leadership, and community spirit. Students are encouraged to take part in cultural events, sports, and volunteer work, which shape them into well-rounded individuals. English is widely used as the main medium of instruction. This gives Filipino students an advantage in working abroad and connecting to the global community. Despite these strengths, the education system also faces challenges. Limited resources, overcrowded classrooms, and unequal access in rural areas make it hard for every child to get the same quality of learning. But the government, private institutions, and even international organizations are working to improve facilities, provide scholarships, and modernize the curriculum. Education is deeply valued by Filipino families. Parents often make sacrifices to send their children to school, believing that education is the key to success and stability. The pride of graduating and earning a degree is shared not only by the student, but by the whole family. From historic universities to modern schools, the Philippines continues to build a strong foundation for its youth. Education remains one of the strongest bridges between tradition and progress, shaping leaders who will carry the nation forward. Number 8. Sports, passion, basketball, boxing, and more sports are more than just games in the Philippines. They are a true passion and a big part of daily life. If you walk through any neighborhood, you will almost always see children and even adults playing basketball on makeshift courts, or even just on the streets. Basketball is the most popular sport in the country. Introduced by the Americans over a century ago, it has become a national obsession. The Philippines has its own professional league called the Philippine Basketball Association, or PBA, which is one of the oldest basketball leagues in the world. Local teams draw huge crowds, and the games create excitement that unites fans across all regions. But the love for basketball does not stop with local leagues. International events, especially the NBA, are followed closely. Filipinos admire players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and more recently, Stephen Curry and LeBron James. Many young kids dream of becoming basketball stars, and even those who do not become professionals still play for fun, friendship, and fitness. Boxing is another sport that holds a special place in the hearts of Filipinos. The country has produced some of the world's greatest boxing champions, with Manny Pacquiao standing as the most iconic. His victories brought the entire nation together. Streets would go quiet when Pacquiao fought because everyone was watching his matches on television. Beyond Pacquiao, other Filipino boxers have also gained international respect, showing the country's fighting spirit and determination. Aside from basketball and boxing, there are many other sports loved by Filipinos. Volleyball has grown quickly, especially among women's leagues and college tournaments, which attract large audiences. Traditional martial arts like arnis are also practiced as a way of preserving cultural heritage. International sports like football, tennis, billiards, and even esports are becoming more popular, especially among the younger generation. Sports in the Philippines are not only about competition, but also about community. They bring families, neighbors, and even strangers together to celebrate victories and share defeats. They give hope and inspiration, showing how determination and teamwork can lead to success. Whether it is the thrill of a buzzer, beating basketball, shot the pride of a championship belt in boxing, or the joy of playing with friends on a small court, sports will always remain at the heart of Filipino culture. Number 7. Famous tourist attractions: Boracay, Palawan, and Cebu. The Philippines is truly blessed with natural beauty, and nowhere is that more visible than in its world-famous tourist attractions, Boracay, Palawan, and Cebu. These 3 destinations are not just names on a travel map. They are experiences that leave lasting memories for millions of visitors. Each year, Boracay is often called a tropical paradise. It is a small island, but it has one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. White Beach, with its soft, powdery sand and crystal-clear waters, attracts travelers from across the globe. The island is also known for its vibrant nightlife, water sports, and stunning sunsets. Whether you want to relax under the palm trees or enjoy adventure activities like kite surfing, Boracay offers the best of both worlds. Palawan, on the other hand, is considered the crown jewel of Philippine tourism. It is home to breathtaking natural wonders like the Puerto Princesa Underground River, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which takes you on a boat ride through an enchanting cave system. El Nido and Coron in Palawan are famous for their dramatic limestone cliffs, turquoise lagoons, and colorful marine life. Snorkeling and diving here let you explore coral reefs and shipwrecks, making Palawan one of the top diving spots in the world. Travelers often describe Palawan as untouched and magical because of its pristine beauty. Cebu is another gem known for combining history and adventure. It is one of the oldest cities in the country and has landmarks like Magellan's Cross and beautiful old churches that remind visitors of the nation's rich past. But beyond its history, Cebu is also about natural attractions like Kawasan Falls, with its cool turquoise water, and Oslob, where tourists can swim with gentle whale sharks. The island is a mix of modern city life and natural beauty, giving visitors plenty to explore. These three destinations together showcase why the Philippines is considered one of the best travel spots in Asia, from the beaches of Boracay to the untouched paradise of Palawan, and the cultural and natural wonders of Cebu. The country offers something unforgettable for everyone. Tourism in these areas not only provides joy to travelers, but also helps local communities grow and preserve their traditions. Number 6. Natural wonders. Rice terraces, volcanoes, and beaches. The Philippines is often described as a land where nature shows its most beautiful and powerful sides. From the man-made wonders of the ancient rice terraces to the raw strength of active volcanoes and the relaxing charm of its beaches, the country is filled with natural treasures that capture the imagination of travelers and locals alike. One of the most iconic landmarks is the Banawe Rice Terraces, sometimes called the eighth wonder of the world. Carved into the mountains of Ifugao, more than 2,000 years ago by indigenous people. These terraces show the genius of early Filipinos in shaping the land for farming. The terraces stretch like giant steps across the green mountainsides, and when the sunlight hits the fields, they glow with golden or emerald colors depending on the season. Visiting the rice terraces is not just about seeing beauty. It is about connecting with the history and traditions of the people who still cultivate them. Today, the country is also home to dramatic volcanoes that remind everyone of the raw power of nature. Mount Mayon in Albay is famous for its perfect cone shape, making it one of the most photographed volcanoes in the world. While beautiful, it is also active, and its eruptions through history have shaped the surrounding land. Another highlight is Taal Volcano, located on an island within a lake in Batangas. The view of this volcano is breathtaking, and it remains a favorite spot for tourists and locals to visit. These volcanoes show both the beauty and danger of living in a country that lies on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Of course, no mention of the natural wonders of the Philippines would be complete without its beaches. With more than 7,000 islands, the nation offers endless stretches of coastline. From long white sandy beaches to hidden coves with crystal clear water, the variety is unmatched. Places like Pagudpud in the north and Siargao in the south are just a few examples of how wide the options are. The beaches are not only for relaxation, but also for adventure, with activities like surfing, diving, and island hopping. Together, the rice terraces, volcanoes, and beaches show how diverse and unique the natural wonders of the Philippines are. They are not only beautiful sights, but also a reflection of how Filipinos live with and adapt to nature, balancing respect and enjoyment of the land. Number 5. Agriculture of the Philippines. Rice, coconut, sugar, and bananas. Agriculture has always been at the heart of the Philippines, shaping its economy, its culture, and the daily lives of millions of people. Even though the country is developing rapidly and cities are growing fast, farming remains one of the strongest foundations of the nation. Rice is the most important crop in the Philippines and is a staple food eaten by almost every household. Filipinos enjoy rice with almost every meal from breakfast to dinner. The vast rice fields, especially in central Luzon and other lowland areas, show how central this crop is to Filipino life. Farmers spend months planting and harvesting rice, which is not only essential for food security, but also for traditions and festivals that celebrate the harvest. Another pillar of agriculture is the coconut. The Philippines is one of the world's top producers and exporters of coconuts, and is sometimes even called the coconut capital of the world. From coconut oil and copra to products like buko juice and coconut-based desserts, this crop is deeply tied to both the economy and Filipino food culture. The coconut tree is often called the tree of life because every part of it can be used from the fruit to the leaves and even the trunk. Sugarcane is also a key crop, especially in the region of Negros Island, which is sometimes referred to as the sugar bowl of the Philippines. The sugar industry provides jobs for thousands of families and supports local businesses. While sugar production has faced challenges over the years, it remains an important export and a part of daily life in the form of sweets and traditional delicacies. Bananas are another major agricultural product, and the Philippines is among the largest exporters of bananas in the world. The warm tropical climate makes the country perfect for banana plantations, especially in Mindanao. These bananas are shipped across the globe, but they are also a beloved fruit at home, served fresh fried or as part of desserts like turon, a crispy banana roll wrapped in spring roll paper and caramelized with sugar. Agriculture in the Philippines is not only about crops, but also about community. Millions of Filipino farmers rely on this work for their livelihood, and their efforts sustain both local tables and international markets. Despite modernization, the farming way of life remains deeply respected and is a reminder of the country's strong connection to its land and natural resources. Number 4. Economy and Industries. BPO, Tourism and Remittances. The economy of the Philippines is one of the most dynamic in Southeast Asia, and it is powered by a combination of modern industries and traditional strengths. What makes it unique is the way the country blends its natural beauty, its skilled workforce, and its global connections to build growth and opportunity. One of the fastest-growing sectors is the business process outsourcing industry, more commonly known as BPO. This industry has turned the Philippines into a world leader in call centers and digital support. Millions of Filipinos work in BPO offices, providing services to companies across the United States, Europe, and Asia. Their ability to speak English, clearly combined with a strong sense of hospitality and patience, has made Filipinos highly sought after in this field. This industry not only provides stable jobs, but also injects billions of dollars into the economy, helping improve living standards in cities like Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Tourism is another major pillar of the Philippine economy. With more than 7,000 islands offering stunning beaches, clear blue waters, and vibrant cultural experiences, the country attracts millions of international travelers every year. Hotspots like Boracay, Palawan, and Cebu bring in tourists from around the world, eager to experience paradise. Local communities benefit from this industry through jobs in hotels, restaurants, travel services, and handicrafts. Beyond the beautiful landscapes, tourism also highlights the country's festivals, traditions, and warm Filipino hospitality. Another backbone of the economy is the remittances sent by overseas Filipino workers, often called OFWs. Millions of Filipinos live and work abroad in places like the Middle East, the United States, and Europe, sending money back home to support their families. These remittances provide stability to the economy and help build homes, pay for education, and improve the lives of millions of households. The contributions of OFWs are so important that they are often described as modern-day heroes of the Philippines. Together, these industries, BPO tourism and remittances, fuel the country's economic engine. While agriculture and manufacturing remain important, it is these modern global connections that keep the Philippines competitive in today's world. The mix of hardworking people, natural wonders, and strong family values ensures that the Philippine economy is not just about numbers, but also about people and their dreams for a better life. Number 3, Filipino girls and modern dating culture. When people think about the Philippines, they often admire not just the country's natural beauty, but also the warmth and charm of Filipino women. Filipino girls are known worldwide for their kindness, friendliness, and family-oriented values. These traits are deeply rooted in the country's traditions, where respect, hospitality, and close family ties play an important role. In the modern world, dating culture in the Philippines has changed, but it still carries a strong mix of traditional values and new global influences. Many Filipino girls are raised in homes where family approval and respect for elders matter a lot. So, relationships are not only about two people, but often about the connection between families. At the same time, with the rise of technology, social media, and dating apps, young Filipinos are also more open to meeting people outside their immediate circles, and even from other countries. Filipino girls are often admired for being caring and supportive partners. They value loyalty and emotional connection more than material things. It is common to see them balancing both modern independence, like pursuing careers, education, and personal goals, while also holding on to traditional values like faith, kindness, and respect for family. Dating in the Philippines is therefore a blend of modern romance and cultural depth. Another unique thing is how relationships often highlight the concept of togetherness. Filipinos love to spend time with their partners in group settings, family gatherings, and even simple outdoor activities like going to beaches or enjoying street food. This makes dating more vibrant and less formal compared to many Western countries. For foreigners, dating in the Philippines can feel refreshing because of the open and welcoming nature of Filipino girls. However, cultural understanding is important. Respect, patience, and sincerity are highly valued, and those who show genuine interest in the culture and traditions often form stronger bonds. In the end, Filipino dating culture reflects the heart of the nation itself, a place where tradition meets modernity, where respect for family remains central, and where love is seen not only as a personal choice, but as a shared journey with community and family. Number 2, cost of living and travel expenses. The Philippines is often seen as one of the most budget-friendly countries in Asia, making it an attractive destination, not only for travelers, but also for people who want to stay long-term. The cost of living is generally low compared to many Western countries, and even lower than some Asian neighbors. This is one of the reasons why you will find so many digital nomads, retirees, and tourists enjoying life in the islands. For everyday living essentials like food, transportation, and accommodation are quite affordable. A meal at a local eatery or carinderia can cost just a few dollars, while even in restaurants, prices are much less compared to the US or Europe. Public transportation, like jeepneys, tricycles, and buses are cheap, though many visitors also use ride-hailing apps, which are still affordable. Housing options are wide-ranging from simple apartments to high-end condos in cities like Manila, Cebu, or Davao. Even modern condos in prime areas usually cost far less than similar properties abroad. Traveling around the country can also be surprisingly affordable. Domestic flights between islands are frequent and inexpensive, especially if booked in advance. Budget airlines connect major tourist spots like Boracay, Palawan, and Cebu, making island hopping easy on the pocket. For those on a tighter budget, ferries and buses are even cheaper and offer a chance to experience local travel culture. When it comes to travel expenses for foreigners, the Philippines offers great value. Hotels and resorts range from low-cost hostels to luxury 5-star beach resorts, so every budget is covered. Street food is cheap and delicious, while fresh fruits, seafood, and local specialties are always available at very low prices. On the other hand, luxury travelers can also find world-class resorts, fine dining and private tours, still at a fraction of what they might pay in Europe or North America. For long-term living, many expatriates say they can live comfortably with a monthly budget of around $1,000 to $1,500, including rent, food, transport, and some entertainment. Of course, lifestyle choices make a big difference, but overall, the balance of quality and affordability makes the Philippines stand out. This balance of low living costs and affordable travel expenses is what keeps both tourists and expats returning. The country offers not just beautiful places and warm people, but also the to enjoy life without breaking the bank. Number 1. The Filipino spirit. Hospitality, resilience, and unity. At the very heart of the Philippines, beyond the beaches, mountains, and cities, lies something truly unique and unforgettable: the Filipino spirit. This spirit is defined by 3 powerful qualities: hospitality, resilience, and unity, which together shape the identity of the nation and its people. Hospitality is perhaps the most well-known trait of Filipinos. Visitors often say that the warmth of the people is what makes their trip unforgettable. From offering food to strangers to treating guests like family, Filipinos go above and beyond to make others feel welcome. Even in the simplest homes, you will always be greeted with a smile, a seat at the table, and a sense of belonging. This natural kindness has become a cultural trademark, and one of the strongest reasons why travelers from all over the world feel at home in the Philippines. Resilience is another core quality deeply ingrained in the Filipino spirit. Living in a country often struck by typhoons, earthquakes, and other natural challenges, Filipinos have learned to adapt and recover quickly. What is remarkable is how they do it, not just with strength, but with optimism. Even in the toughest times, laughter, music, and smiles are never far away. This ability to rise again with hope and courage shows the strength of the Filipino heart and inspires others worldwide. Unity plays an equally important role in the story of the Filipino people. In times of celebration and in times of hardship, communities come together, whether it is supporting neighbors after a disaster, cheering together during a basketball game, or uniting for national pride. Filipinos understand the power of togetherness. Bayanihan, the traditional value of helping each other without expecting anything in return, remains alive and continues to define how Filipinos support one another. These 3 qualities, hospitality, resilience, and unity, combine to create something truly powerful. The Filipino spirit is not just about surviving, but about living with joy, kindness, and strength. It is about lifting others up and celebrating life, no matter the challenges. This is the reason why the Philippines is not only known for its natural beauty and culture, but also for the beauty of its people.